1.
Teen programming. So what is teen programming? It's really providing programming for kids that will inform, entertain, and enrich them while you're promoting your library and its collection. And with our teens, we want to make sure that we're focusing on the entertaining and fun part to get them in. Our audiences, a 12 to 13-year-old is a very different beast than a 16 to 18-year-olds, and their needs are very different. 12 to 13-year-olds, hands-on, crafty activities would be appropriate for them, maybe a PG movie night. 14 to 15-year-olds, they want to express themselves. They are looking at their self-identity. You can do things like writing contest and video contest. Your 16 to 18-year-olds are now at the age where they have their own opinions. Well, the younger ones do too, but they're looking at prep programs to get ready for their life outside of high school. Sometimes one-shot programs work well, like resumes, alternative to college, car maintenance programs. Again, the best way to figure out what would work is to ask your audience, get input. So how is this different from children program? Well, the teens now have a choice. Many of the teens I know in our community, they can walk to the library after school. Kids drive, so now they have a choice to be there. It's not their mom or dad dragging them there. And they also want programs where mom and dads aren't there, where it's a program, just with their peers. They have choices. They can, at this point in their life, they're involved in many different things. So they have the choice. Do they want to go to the library program? Or do they want to hang out with their friends? So we want to make it something that will be exciting for the kids and something that they will find valuable. Their attitudes, we don't want them to come into the library and think, oh, I'm doing more academics. Well, yeah, we can be teaching them the skills that are important for them to be successful, but we want to put it under the guise of some kind of a program that will excite them and engage them. Staff attitudes, this is something that we need to consider, because when little kids come in, everybody's like, oh, they're so cute. Not everybody feels the same way about teenagers. So we want to work with our staff to make sure that they're warm and welcoming to our students coming in or patrons coming in. What makes a program successful? Choose a popular topic. Again, talk to the kids. What interests them? Collaborate with outside organizations. In the summer, I do a program with a STEM program, and I work with Boccuzzi-Reichert and the Hilton Parma Rec Department. Promote, not just flyers on your door, but get into the schools, promote your schools and other businesses around the community. Use social media, because our kids are tied to their social media. Connect to their outside lives. Ask them what interests you. What is something that would bring you in? Hands-on. You want kids to come in and be a part of it and be able to get messy and create, and involve them in the planning. So planning, again, we want them to be involved. We want their input, what will interest them. Cognizant of time. These kids are so busy with outside activities. We want to make sure that we're planning something that fits into their schedule and will be a good use of their time so that they want to be a part of it. Be creative. Do something outside the box with them. Be spontaneous. By that, I mean, we don't always need to plan 6 months in advance. Maybe an idea comes to you, you're talking with a group of kids, and then you could get it planned, within a month or a few weeks. So be spontaneous, listen to what they want, and see what you can come up with. Logistics, you need to know where and when. Are you going to use the library? Are you going to use another area in the community? How are you going to get the participants to come in? Are you going to have them sign up beforehand, or can they drop in? You need to know, how many could you handle? Do you have enough staff to handle that? Funding. I know we are all on strict budgets. Funding is always an issue. So can you do this with a little funding? If you need funding, who are you going to ask? Friends of library? In my case, sometimes I ask the principal for some funding. Or are you going to write a grant? There are grants available out there. Are you going to have snacks? When doing snacks, make sure you know what the criteria is. We're not allowed to bring in snacks that are baked. We have to have store-bought snacks. You also need to know, are there any kids with allergies, so that you don't have peanuts in a room if you have a kid with severe peanut allergies. Collaborate. Use the resources around you. Use outside organizations when possible to help with your program. Okay, the information was adapted from Connecting Young Adults and Libraries, the 4th edition.